What is up, guys? So a couple days ago I did a tier list video with all the main villains in the Arrowverse, and it got a lot of views. You guys really seemed to like it, so I thought I would do another one. The number one thing you guys wanted me to do is taking all the main heroes in the Arrowverse and doing tier lists out of that, which I'm not going to do because there are way too many main heroes to put in a tier list and it just wouldn't fit the screen. Instead, I'm going to take all the main characters of each one of these shows and put them in a tier list. For now, this is Arrow. I'm probably going to do The Flash, possibly Legends of Tomorrow and Supergirl. We will see. I mean, probably, but we will see. For now, this is all the main characters, and that is only series regulars of Arrow. No characters who feel like main characters but aren't, like Damien Dark or Ra's al Ghul. No recurring characters, no guest star characters, just main characters who are series regulars. And I'm not only going to go based off the seasons that they were series regulars, just characters who have ever been series regulars and any season that they have appeared in. So with that in mind, also this video will be completely unedited. If I make a mistake, I will correct myself. I won't edit it out. So with that in mind, let's get into the video. So, first of all, we have Oliver Queen, aka the Green Arrow, who is definitely the best character on this show. I've said this a lot, but this show would be nothing without this character. Like, literally nothing. The show would be really bad without Oliver Queen, and obviously this is a show following that character, and you can't have a show without the main character, but even, like, if they focused on other characters, for the most part, I don't think it would work, and I've noticed that whenever a storyline isn't really focusing on Oliver, or doesn't at least involve Oliver in some way, it's usually not a very good storyline in the end. So I do think Oliver definitely deserves to be in the S tier, as he first of all has the best actor, the character has the most compelling storyline, and he is the most compelling actor or character as well. He is definitely the most badass, and this show would be nothing without him. So moving on to Laurel Lance, aka the Black Canary, who has had a lot of changes over the years. Like, she was originally just a love interest who turned into an antagonist in season 2, who turned into a supporting character near the end of season 2, who turned into a superhero very quickly, might I add, in season 3 and 4, and then she was killed off. I feel like her death made me look at her in a different light. I mean, it really made me appreciate her as a character way more, because now she was gone and they killed off Black Canary on Arrow, which that, as just the death and the fact that they did that, definitely makes her worse as on this tier list, because not only didn't she not appear for a lot of the show, but also the fact that she was killed off. I mean, it's a terrible decision for the character. I don't like her drunk phase in season 2 and the antagonist phase in season 2. I don't like how fast she became the Black Canary, but other than that, I do think she is a pretty great character for Arrow that probably deserves to be in the B tier. Tommy Merlyn was only a series regular for one season, and that is season 1, and yet he feels like a very influential character on the show, like one of the most influential characters on the show, I'd say. He had a great friendship with Oliver, great drama and romance with Laurel Lance, as well as the drama with Oliver near the end of the season. The actor who plays him, I do think, is great in the role. For the most part, he's just a very good character, who I would say probably deserves to be in the B tier, just because he hasn't really appeared much since season 2, and when he does, definitely feels like a very influential appearance, and he works really well, but he's only been a main character for one season, and he hasn't been a staple on the show since season 1, so I think the B tier definitely works. So, John Diggle, aka Spartan, has been a very up and down for me. He started great. He started as a great original character and addition to this show, which actually they created John Diggle, and he later became a pretty important character in the Green Arrow comics, and that's definitely a pretty huge accomplishment for this show. Not only that, I do think he was great in the first season. He was great in the second season. I'd also give him the third season. Season 4, he wasn't great, I would say. I would say that he was more of a okay character in season 4. He got his new helmet, which was stupid, and he felt like a very stupid character because of it when he was out on the field. His storyline with his brother Andy Diggle, it just wasn't good, and not nearly good enough to have a good storyline in that season or whatever. But in season 5, I thought he was a great character, just like basically every other character in that season. That was probably his best season ever. Sadly though, he probably should have been killed off in the end in the Lianu explosion, because season 6 basically ruined him as a character. The whole thing with the nerve damage and the fact they didn't tell the team about it and the fact that he became the Green Arrow for a little bit, all of that ruined him as a character, and the entirety of Season 6, I was complaining that he should have died in the Lian-Yu explosion. That being said, Season 7 turned that around completely. He's been great in Season 7, and the fact that he is basically Jon Stewart completely erases my mindset of the fact that he should have been killed off in the Season 5 finale, because he is arguably a more important DC character than the Green Arrow himself, or arguably, or it's definitely arguable, it's not 100% true, but he's definitely up there with the Green Arrow as how important he is. If he got the Green Lantern ring, he would easily be in the S tier, but for now, in spite of the Season 6, which he kind of sucked, I would still put him in the A tier, as he has been great ever since, and also basically every other season, and he is basically Jon Stewart, which is pretty awesome. Moira Queen, aka Speedy, I thought has been one of the most consistently good characters on the show. She didn't start off great, but ever since she went out of her bratty teenage girl phase, she has been a great character. Like, I also think she has the best romance in this entire universe with Roy Harper, and obviously Roy Harper does as well. She's been a pretty badass Speedy when she was Speedy, and I really like her storyline with Malcolm Merlyn, and that had a great emotional ending in the Season 5 finale as well. She has some pretty great character development throughout the seasons, especially like in Season 5, and although she hasn't really appeared a lot since Season 4 ended, like in Season 5 she only appeared in like half the episodes. I think in Season 6 she only appeared in like 5 episodes, but even still, when she does appear, she's a pretty great character who I think deserves to be in the B tier. Moira Queen is a pretty great character in the seasons that she appears in. She has a great connection with Oliver Queen being his mother. It really resonates emotionally throughout those 2 seasons. She's obviously a very conflicted character, and she's a very gray character. It's like she's not completely good or bad, and I think that really worked for the first 2 seasons, where Oliver was very similar, or at least in the first season he was very similar in the fact that he was a much more of an anti-hero, and he was much more of a great character than anything, and I really like that. I think that the actress who plays her is one of the best actresses in this entire show and the Arrowverse, and as such, despite that she hasn't really appeared in much after Season 2 or at all, I think just like Moira Queen, just like her daughter, she deserves to be in the B tier, which I just realized is there's not going to be a lot of room left in the B tier, but looking at all the characters, I think it'll be fine, because there's not a lot of characters left who deserve to be in the B tier, and most of them are either A or lower. Quinton Lance has been a very good character in my opinion. Like, he has basically no down points. I think I really like him as like the original thing where he was an antagonist for a little bit, then became more of a supporter of the Hood and then the Arrow, which really worked in those seasons. He felt like a James Gordon type character for the Batman type character of the Arrow and then the Green Arrow. And then he had an antagonist phase, which was actually one of the better parts of Season 3, and the actor who played him did such a great job in the role. He's never really been bad. Even in Season 4, he was one of the best parts of that season. In Season 5, he was great. In Season 6, he was great, and he had a very emotional death scene in the end, and I really think that he is one of the best characters on the show who deserves to be in the A tier. So, here we go. We have Felicity Smoke. I don't really have to explain it, but I would put Felicity Smoke easily in the F tier. She hasn't always been terrible. Like in Season 1, I kind of liked her. In Season 2, I did not like her. I recently started to watch Season 2 again, and Felicity, when she's on screen, even in the first episode, it's really cringy. I realized that is when she started to go downhill. She sucked in Season 3. She ruined Season 4 completely in terms of as a character and her relationship with Oliver. She was the worst part of Season 5. Season 6, also the worst part of that season, or one of the worst parts of that season, and one of the worst parts of Season 7 as well, as the Season 7 flash forwards. Thankfully, Season 8 will be the first season completely devoid of Felicity, and I think that will be a great season because of it. So Felicity Smoke, one of my most hated characters that I've ever seen in any TV show or media ever, would definitely be in the F tier. Moving from the worst character to one of the best, Roy Harper, aka Arsenal, is a great portrayal of the Green Arrow's sidekick in Speedy or Arsenal or the Red Arrow. I think Colton Haynes does a great job in the role, and the only reason he is an S tier is because he's appeared such a little amount. He was a series regular as the Arsenal for one season, and that is season 3 until season 7, where he appeared in like 4 episodes near the end. I think he'll probably also appear a lot in season 8, but he just hasn't had enough screen time to be S tier character. But I think when he appears in the A tier, he's a perfect version of this character, and I would definitely put him in the A tier. Or what did I just say? I think I said whatever. You got it. You got what I said. Well, you got what I was trying to say. Let's move on to another one of the best characters on the show, Slade Wilson, aka Deathstroke, who is one of the best villains on the show, arguably the best. In my opinion, he is the second best, but I definitely see why anybody would consider him to be the best villain. The actor who plays him, Manu Bennett, does such a great job in the role. He has such a menacing presence. His rivalry with Oliver is one of the best rivalries in the entire Arrowverse, if not, again, arguably the best. He's had by far the most character development and character screen time than any other villain, specifically because of not only was he not a villain for a lot of the time that he was a character, he was a friend to Oliver for a lot of it, which really worked for the character, becoming a villain and then becoming an anti-hero as well. Any form he is in, which is friend and then hero and then villain and then anti-hero, he's such a great character, which is why so many people want to see a spin-off show with Deathstroke as an anti-hero, and because of that, he 100% deserves to be in the A tier, and this is a little bit too big, so there we go. Malcolm Merlyn, aka the Dark Archer, I feel would have been an S tier character if it hadn't been for anything, after season 1. He was such a great villain in season 1, and I'm not going to say he was ever a bad character. It's just that in season 3 his plan completely sucked, and I didn't really love him in season 2 either. In season 4 either. That being said, he was great in near the end of season 5. He was a great character on Legends of Tomorrow as well, and I cannot ignore that he was an incredible villain in the first season, and while I didn't love most things about him in season 3 and 4, he still was a very entertaining character. That's definitely not in dispute, and I think he deserves to be in the A tier. Curtis Holt, aka Mr. Terrific, I think basically has one thing going for him, and that is, or two things really, his costume, which I really liked, the very comic accurate costume that really works for the character, and his T-spheres, which were one of the most original objects or weapons for any character in the entire universe. That being said, the actual character, not great. He hasn't really had any character development over the course of his career on the show, except for just becoming Mr. Terrific, and his storyline with his husband and now ex-husband Paul, not great or anything. I do think that he is funny sometimes, but most of the time when he's trying to be funny, it just doesn't work and he just comes off as awkward. So I don't hate him, so I would just put him in the C tier. And let's move on to my favorite villain in the entire, not Arrowverse anymore, but the entire show, and that is Prometheus. Prometheus had such a good one-season arc in season 5. He had such a menacing presence, and then after he was revealed to who he is, he had such a calculating presence to him that it worked so well for the character. I think he has easily the best rivalry with any hero in the Arrowverse, basically equal to Barry Allen and Eobard Thawne, with Adrian Chase and Oliver Queen. He is an awesome character who played by an awesome actor in Josh Segarra, and I think he 100% deserves to be, along with Slade and Oliver, in the S tier, which, again, this is a little bit too big. So, alright, moving on to Rene Ramirez, aka Wild Dog, who I thought has been an okay character. Like, he was good near the beginning of Season 5. I really liked him basically in the entirety of Season 5. Season 6, he wasn't great. Like, as the antagonist he was, his costume sucked, and again, kind of as like a foil to Oliver, it didn't really work. He was a great foil to Oliver in Season 5, where he was a friendly foil, while in Season 6, he was more of an antagonist-like foil. It just didn't work for the character. In season 7 he's been okay, but in general not the best character on the show, and I would say he deserves to be in the C tier, which most people don't like the new Team Arrow of Mr. Terrific, Wild Dog, and Black Canary. I don't hate them at all. Again, they're in the C tier for a reason, but I do really like one of them, and that is Dinah Drake, aka the Black Canary. The reason I like her very much is because she feels like one of the most comic book accurate characters in the entire universe. I like her costume a lot, and I just think she's a great portrayal of the Black Canary character, even more than Laurel Lance. Don't get me wrong, I would understand why you would like Laurel Lance a little bit more, especially with Oliver as a couple, because they have much more of a backstory together. But honestly, when I've seen them together, Oliver and Dinah, I think they honestly have a little bit more chemistry, and that works so well for those scenes. It sucks that they never incorporated that or any of the romances between Oliver and any of the Black Canaries on this show, except for like in Before She Was Black Canary or with Sarah Lance. Anyway, I think Black Canary, this version of her, is a great portrayal of the character. Sadly, she lost her Canary cry in Season 7 for no reason other than I could think of, like, budgetary. Still, though, I think she has been a great character who deserves to be probably at the bottom of the A tier. Black Siren, aka Laurel Lance, is kind of this is basically a very similar character to the original Laurel Lance, but also very different in a lot of parts. She didn't really become the same character until near the end of Season 7. Currently, she's basically the exact same character as Laurel, which I do think they did a good job at rectifying the stupid mistake they made back in Season 4 with both the new Black Canary Dinah Drake as well as the Earth 2 version of Laurel Lance. That being said, I didn't really like her character that much until Season 7. I think in Season 5 and 6, she was a very weird antagonist in her motivations, especially in Season 6. She was very flip-floppy, which I didn't love, so I would, at this point, put Laurel in the C tier, but I am definitely upping her to the B tier, just based off what we see in Season 8, and if she ever appears afterwards, then afterwards. Ricardo Diaz was actually not the series regular or a series regular in Season 6 where he was the main villain, but again, I'm still counting his time in Season 6 because that's the rules of this video. I don't think I mentioned this, but I might have mentioned this, I don't remember, but I'm also counting any amount of time they appeared, not only as a series regular, but any amount of time they appeared either before or after that, as a recurring character or something like that. Diaz was not an incredible villain or anything. I think he was an okay villain, but definitely not great. I definitely think he had an okay rivalry with Oliver, but then it became a good rivalry with Oliver in episode 7 of Season 7, making him a much better character and a much higher, he has a lot more potential for this tier list as opposed to the main villains tier list, because the main villains tier list only accounted for Season 6 Diaz, while this accounts for Season 7 Diaz as well, which is a much better character with a much better rivalry with Moira Queen. That being said, I think that he's not in the D tier and instead in the C tier, but if it was just the main villain Diaz in Season 6, he would probably be in the D tier along with Moira Queen. So Moira Queen, she just wasn't a good villain. I think she could have been a good hero, and I do think they should have made her a hero, or at least made her a hero way earlier in the season than like the minute before she died, where she completely turned around. She is a hero in the comics, and I really liked and enjoyed seeing Oliver next to her, like the superhero sidekick duo from the comics, from the Rebirth comics. It's just that she was a bad main villain. She was not a threatening main villain. Her connection to Oliver was not handled well as like a main villain. They should handle that well. And also, the actress who played her was one of the worst main actresses, or probably the worst main actress on the show. Well, I think she's probably worse than the Emily Bett Rickards, way worse than Katie Cassidy, and also way worse than Moira's actress, Juliana Harkavy. And yeah, she's definitely the worst actress on this show, or at least on par with Emily Bett Rickards, putting her in the D tier, because I don't hate her. It's just that I also don't like her at all. And with that in mind, that is all of the Arrow main characters, and what you have here is in the F tier Felicity Smoke, in the D tier Moira Queen, in the C tier Diaz, Laurel from Earth 2 or Black Siren, Wild Dog, and Curtis Holt or Mr. Terrific. In the B tier we have Moira Queen, Thea Queen, Tommy Merlyn, and the Earth 1 Laurel Lance. In the A tier you have Dinah Drake aka Black Canary, Malcolm Merlyn, Arsenal aka Roy Harper, Quinton Lance, John Diggle, and in the S tier the three best characters from this show, Prometheus, Deathstroke, and the Green Arrow.